Before we continue modeling, let's make a strategy for the next steps. This particular building is made of two similar towers that are rotated 180 degrees relative to each other. Let's complete one tower first, and then make a rotated copy of it to get the second one. Click on the first story in the project map of the navigator. Now we are going to build the first tower. Let's select the Wall tool from the toolbox. In the info box, the most important settings for the wall appear. Let's select the single placement method here. The reference line should be set to core outside. Make sure that the composite wall, 200 block insulated aluminum sheet, is selected from the list of available composites. Scroll the info box to make the additional wall options visible. Link the wall top to the 21st story. Modify the outside face surface to metal exterior wall surface. And inside face surface to paint 1. Let's start to draw the wall at the upper left corner from the 2E column to the lower left corner of the 2B column. Please note that the Smart Cursor snaps to the edges of the elements and also provides visual feedback when it snaps to an element's edge. Create the next wall along axis 5. Be sure to click on the external corner of the column. Draw the wall from the bottom right corner to the top right corner. Let's look at the result in 3D. In the next steps, we will create the slanted curtain walls and connect them to the vertical external walls. Double-click on the first story in the project map of the navigator. First, we have to create a section for accurate editing. It will be more convenient to adjust the slanted curtain walls in a vertical section than on the floor plan. Click on View, Special Snap Options, Between Intersection Points. Click on the Section tool in the toolbox. Draw a section line in the middle between axis 3 and axis 4. Please note that we're going to elaborate on the Section tool in the following chapter. Move the cursor near the middle point, and it will change to a check mark. Double-click on the second point to finish the section line. Define the orientation of the section with the eye cursor. Click on the right side. Select the section line on the floor plan and activate the Open Section command from the context menu. Note that the newly created section is also listed in the Navigator project map. Double-click on the Curtain Wall tool in the toolbox to open its Settings dialog. Here we can define all the settings of the curtain wall. A curtain wall is composed of multiple members, including the scheme, frame, panel, accessory, and junction. Each member has its own settings. In the first step, we define the scheme. The scheme defines the overall layout of the curtain wall frames. Select Scheme in the left side of the dialog box. The controls in this dialog box define the grid pattern and grid properties. Modify the size of the A panel to 2626 and the B panel to 800. Then please add 4 new panels to the secondary grid lines. To do this, select the plus button. Enter the following sizes for the panels: 705, 5500, 500, 5500, 500, 5500, and 705. Click to mark the solid panels in the preview window. The gray panels will belong to the distinct class. Curtain walls can contain two default panel types, main and distinct. You can define different materials for each of them. Later, you can modify the panels individually if needed. Make sure that the structural exterior walls layer is selected. Select the curtain wall system on the left and open the floor plan and section pane. Set the frame and panel building materials. Make sure that stainless steel is selected for frame building material and that glass blue dark is selected for panel building material. Activate the boundary from the frames and define the appropriate sizes. A. Frame width 100. B. Frame depth 300. H. Frame backs offset 250. D. Depth of panel 30. W. Width of panel 20. Please make sure that the Use Frame Building's material surface is checkmarked. Click on the mullion on the left side. First, select the butt-glazed mullion type. Please set the appropriate sizes. A. Width 80. B. Depth 200. H. Back offset 200. D. Insertion gap 0. By specifying a 0 insertion gap, we define an invisible transom type. Activate the main panels and modify the thickness to 20. Make sure the surface of the building panel material is glass blue dark. Finally, select the distinct panel and modify the thickness to 100. Set surface material override to metal aluminum. When you are done with the changes, click OK. In the info box, choose the chained geometry method. We would like to create one slanted curtain wall. We are going to click on these 3 points in the section view. The first point of the curtain wall is the intersection point of the first story line and the external edge of the column in axis B. Click on it. For the breakpoint, first we create a guideline. Move the cursor above the right edge of the column at axis C. When the orange dot appears, click on it and drag it to the right. Do not release the mouse while pressing D at the same time. Enter 1800 for the distance. The intersection of this guideline and the 11th story line are creating the breakpoint. To finish the curtain wall, we have to double-click on the intersection point at the right edge of the wall and the 21st story line. Click this point one more time. When the sun cursor appears, click to define the outside direction of the curtain wall. Click on the right side of the curtain wall. In the upcoming dialog box, set the width to 18,910 and select the middle positioning. Finally, click Place to place the curtain wall. Using a similar process, we'll create a parallel curtain wall on the opposite side of the wall. We are going to create a guideline. Zoom to the lower part of the section. Move the cursor to the edge of the existing curtain wall, and when the orange dot appears, click on it and drag the guideline to the left bottom corner of the wall at the E-grid axis. This point will be the first point of the curtain wall. The next point, the breakpoint, will be the intersection of this guideline with the 11th story line. The end point will be the left upper corner of the wall,